but he actually enables you to be able to get in there, learn the product, learn the system, to be able to increase your leads without blasting all that money. Who here has spent thousands a month on Facebook before? Yeah, Alex is like, I have. So one thing you need to understand, first and foremost, who Alex is. He is a leading figure in the real estate market and sales industry, and he's a CEO of Lead Hackers. He's pioneered a revolutionary SaaS consulting hybrid platform that empowers real estate agents to generate their own leads with ease and efficiency. He's dedicated to transforming how realtors navigate the complexities of lead generation, compliance, and marketing. But here's the really cool stuff. He has over a decade of experience. He's helped over 2,000 realtors and mortgage brokers enhance their marketing efforts and ensuring compliance with the Fair Housing Act. So everybody, I would love to bring up the energy a little bit more and give a huge Anaheim warm welcome to Alex Machuca, everybody. Big round of applause.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? I'm excited to be here today, and on behalf of our entire team, I'd like to welcome you to this conference. And what I'm going to teach you today is how to generate leads at wholesale cost and never use a lead generation company again. How many people in here have used a lead generation company before? Yeah, are you still using them? Yeah, that seems to be the case a lot. And so we found out a couple of things. I actually used to own a lead generation company. There's a dirty underbelly that not a lot of people know about, and that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. And so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Alex Machuca, and over the past 6 years, I've helped over 2,300 realtors and mortgage brokers all across the country drive revenue for their business. But guys, if that's not enough reason to listen to me about your real estate goals, here are some other facts about me you guys should know, okay? I've spent over $10 million in Facebook ads. I've generated over 264,000 home purchase appointments, and all of those appointments were with people above a 640 credit score. I'm also completely aware that I look like a huge in this photo, but please don't judge me by this horrible photo. Judge me by the value that I bring today, because I promise you guys, I am going to bring a lot of it. In fact, if I can't change your career significantly for the better by the end of this training, I will consider this a complete failure. Now, for those of you who stay until the end, we have a newsletter where we will give you free real estate and mortgage ads for the entire year. We'll give you the image, we'll give you the copy, we'll explain why it works. So if you're interested in that, this guy right here, Frank, is going to be hosting our booth. Make sure you talk to him and give him your email address, and we'll make sure that you get on that list, okay? Now, once upon a time, I used to own one of the fastest growing mortgage and real estate lead generation companies in the country. And this was a pretty amazing time in my life. I had just burst onto the scene where I was getting a lot of attention because what we were doing was just unheard of in the marketing space, okay? We scaled to about $50,000 a month in 90 days. We had $100,000 a month in 8 months. And 2 months after that, 11 months into my business, we were doing $500,000 a month in revenue. Okay, and crazy enough, guys, this was in my first year of business and my first year in the mortgage and real estate industry. Even some of the best mortgage coaches and real estate coaches in the country were coming to me, asking me for advice, asking if I would share what I've learned with their students. Okay, we've got relationships because of this with WRE News, with AIM, with NAM. For those of you who don't know what those are the two biggest organizations in the mortgage industry. And usually when I'm asked to speak at stuff like this, they have me talk about how I won the ClickFunnels Award, which is given to marketers who generate over $1 million with just one funnel, right? Now, everybody was able to see the success, right? But what they didn't see was the trials and tribulations we went through as a company, right? It has not by any means been all sunshine and rainbows. In fact, these past 18 to 24 months have been some of the hardest years ever for our business, some of the hardest years ever for my company, some of the hardest years ever for my family. Now, you guys probably know better than most, the housing market takes no prisoners. But I want you guys to really reflect on how hard it's been these past 18 to 24 months for you as a realtor. Multiply that by about 150 clients. That's what we were dealing with. Okay, when the housing market took a turn for the worse, realtors and mortgage brokers abruptly stopped buying our services. Okay, it didn't matter how good the service was, they couldn't afford it, right? So here I faced this huge problem in my business, guys. We had no revenue coming in and a ton of overhead expenses. Okay, you guys ever lose $368,000 in a month? Don't try it, it's not fun, okay? Your blood pressure goes up, you have all types of anxiety, you can't sleep at night, but the universe works in mysterious ways. And it made me get to work, it made me reinvent myself, and it made me reinvent my company, which is exactly why I'm here today, guys, because in order to solve my business problems, I had to solve your business problems. It's all a task, right? Obviously, I can't control the housing market, but what I did do was figure out a way for any mortgage broker or real estate agent, regardless of experience, to be able to generate leads at the same wholesale cost as every lead generation company on the planet. And you guys would be surprised at what you can accomplish when your back's against the wall. But strangely enough, guys, all of my pain and my suffering and my anxiety is the exact reason why I've been able to impact loan officers and realtors like Eric Abel, who actually got so good at marketing, he was actually able to sell his real estate company. Or Scott Seltz, who closed 20 deals through lead hackers. So we started getting these amazing results, and naturally, I had to test the market. Right? I had to see if there was a need for this new discovery I came upon that quite literally was sitting under my nose this entire time. And what happened next was pretty amazing, guys. Instead of doing $50K per month in 90 days like I did with my agency, we hit that milestone in 2 weeks. Okay, this was such a no-brainer that I had real estate agents, mortgage brokers begging me to share the same stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. But guys, nothing pains me more than giving someone a solution to their problems only to run into them months later, still clinging hopelessly to those same problems. Okay, I need an implementation mindset today. If I show you guys how to make more money this year, and I prove it to you, meaning there is math behind it, and the math behind it is undeniable, all I ask is that you guys take it and apply it. Okay, how many of you know someone who has left the industry in these past 2 years? I'm willing to bet a lot of you, right? Guys, the people who left the industry were presented with a problem and did nothing about it. They're almost paralyzed by fear. Okay, they didn't look for solutions. They either relied on their company to solve the problem or they just kind of expected the problem to solve itself. Guys, I want you to listen carefully. Your company is not responsible for your family. That's you, right? Your CEO has a family of his or her own. They're going to put them first. We can't fault them for that. But that's exactly why you should not sit on your hands at the end of this presentation. I'm going to give you all the insight, all the tips, all the tools for you to go out there and become one of the top realtors in your company, even in this market. In fact, especially in this market. Okay, what I show you guys today can not only get you immediate results, but it can change your career for the better forever. Okay, that's what I'll be doing for you. Here's what I need you to do for me. Just focus. Okay, if you can focus for the next 25 minutes or so, I promise you I will change your career for the better. And you'll be able to implement what I teach you right away. Okay, so I need you guys to put the snacks down. Okay, stop zoning out and daydreaming about some illustrious career that hasn't happened yet. It's finally within reach. If you invest 25 minutes of focus, you will gain back a skill set that will pay you in perpetuity for the rest of your career. You will never have to use a lead generation company again. So guys, when you see something that excites you, I want you to make a commitment that if it makes sense, and only if it makes sense, you will put it into action. Do we have a deal? I said, do we have a deal? Yes. Okay. Now, does anyone know the 3 most important factors that make a good lead? Do I have any guesses? But here's what you really need if you want to be able to close a deal, right? What we need is income, loan amount, and credit score. Right? Hear me out, guys. If we want a good lead, what we really mean is we're looking for somebody who hopefully makes a lot of money, who wants to buy an expensive home, and has the credit score permitting him or her to do so. Is that fair to say? Yes, right? Well, guys, there's just one huge problem with this. Okay, we have a law in place called the Fair Housing Act. Okay, the Fair Housing Act protects people from discrimination when they are renting or buying a home or getting a mortgage. And so what that means is if you are marketing on Facebook or Google or Instagram or any other platform, you can't target people by, guess what? Income, loan amount, and credit score. Okay, it's not an option that any of these platforms provide. Okay, you guys think that Facebook and Google just want to be fined billions of dollars and they just blatantly ignore housing laws? Of course not, right? Yet I'm willing to bet a lot of you who are working with those lead generation companies canceled over lead quality, right? Most of the cancellations are for that, right? So it's important to understand the landscape of it. You can't just jump around from a lead company to another one and expect better lead quality. They're all playing by the same rules. It doesn't matter who they are. Facebook and Google can't control who clicks on the ad based off of these 3 things, right? So if you thought that you were getting better lead quality from a different company, the truth is it was just luck of the draw, right? So this brings me to my next question, guys. What should be your objective when you are buying leads? Well, up until a few seconds ago, a lot of you would have probably said that the objective is to find the best quality lead, right? But now we know better. Now we know that that objective is fool's gold. So what is it, right? What is the objective? If the name of the game is not about finding better lead quality, then what is it about? Guys, it's about the same thing that every business has been about since the beginning of time. Anybody watch Shark Tank? Mr. Wonderful, he talks about this all the time. How do we acquire new customers? For the lowest cost possible. That's it. That's the objective. Okay, moving forward, if we know that it's a crapshoot when it comes to income, loan amount, and credit score, well then we know that the objective is simply, how do I save on costs and get the most amount of leads for my dollar, right? And so you guys have two options in this scenario. You can look for a super cheap lead generation company. If they're cheap, they probably don't have a lot of experience, right? It's probably just a couple kids starting up a business. Or you can completely cut out the middleman, cut out the lead generation company completely, and get your leads at wholesale cost, just like Trevor Gravink, who did $84 million in volume in 1 year. All from self-lead generation. Some people question that. They're like, BS, and then I pull this up. Here's his Modex report, right? All of this guy's numbers were from self-lead generation. He's actually supposed to be here today, but had a family emergency. And so the reason how this happened lies within the next question. How much of your money, when you're using a lead generation company, guys, how much of your money is going directly into generating you leads? You guys ever think about that? When I'm handing my money over to a marketing company, how much of that money is going directly into Facebook or Google to generate me leads? What do you guys think? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Do I have any guesses? C. That's right. The correct answer is C, 20%. Okay, guys, when you use a lead generation company, only 20% of your money goes into actually generating you leads. The rest goes into all that company's overhead expenses. Okay, you got the employee salaries, then you have the office space, the software, the tools. They even spend money on acquiring new clients, which really dilutes the service when it comes to serving you. And then the money they have left over, that's what they put into ads. That's what they put into generating you leads. So guys, that means instead of spending $2,000 with a lead generation company, you could hop on Facebook, spend $400, get the same exact amount of leads. Some of you don't pay for extra guac at Chipotle, but you think it's a good idea to pay more than double for your leads? Why? Right? Is it because you're lazy? No, right? It's because there's no alternative for you, right? You are no John McIntosh who spent spent $700 on ads and got a $9,000 return in his first month. That's the power of getting leads at wholesale cost. That's the power of cutting out the middleman, which, as you guys know, is the name of the game. Now, John isn't tied to a lead generation company, so John doesn't have to worry about paying a monthly retainer. Okay, guys, another glaringly obvious issue with lead generation, specifically in the real estate industry, but most realtors don't even realize it. Okay, let's say a lead gen company is charging you $2,000 a month. That's a pretty modest price for a lead gen company. In fact, I'd argue it's a good price. Okay? Now, if a lead gen company is charging you $2,000 a month, that means by month 3, you've already spent $6,000. Right? Guys, sometimes it takes 90 days to close a deal, right? So by the time you close your first deal, you're barely breaking even, if you even make that much on a deal, right? And then you have to keep investing that $2,000 just to try and make a little bit of profit. Guys, nobody talks about this. This is a fundamental flaw with lead generation, specifically in the real estate and mortgage industry. But still, most people don't even realize it, right? And so guys, there's only 3 ways to get leads, right? So how do we get around this? Because really, again, there's only 3 ways to get leads. So guys, of these 3 ways to get leads, which way do you think is the best way? Any guesses here? Guys, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is still best to just buy the leads. Friends and family, guys, we do not have enough friends and family to scale our business. We are not that popular. Okay, if we were, probably wouldn't be here, right? It's a nice thought, it's a cute thought, it's just not scalable. right? Mortgage brokers, if you partner with them, great way to supplement your deal flow. Not a good idea to be reliant on someone else for your business, especially someone who most likely doesn't really have much loyalty to you, right? So still, knowing what we know now, it is still best to just buy them. It's a fact that buying leads is the fastest, most effective way to get immediate results, and it's your only scalable option. Why is it your only scalable option? Because we can buy as many leads as we want, right? Guys, if I'm trying to make $1 million, going through friends and family, probably take me 10 years. Going through mortgage brokers, probably another 10. But buying leads, it can happen in one. That's the power of it. But still, there's still some flaws to buying leads, right? So just to recap what we learned today, guys, the first thing we learned is that the Fair Housing Act really screws us out of any targeting when it comes to income, loan amount, and credit score, pretty much any factor besides intent that makes it a good quality lead. Okay, the second thing we learned is that 80% of your marketing dollars are diluted. Okay, they don't even go into generating you leads, right? Put it this way. For every $100 you spend with a lead gen company, they spend $20 on your behalf. Thank you, right? And the third reason, because lead generation companies know about reason 1 and reason 2, they tie you up in a contract that does not fundamentally align with how real estate works, right? You're signing up for a race against your monthly retainer, and closings don't happen overnight, right? Now, how do we get around this, right? Kind of puts us in between a rock and a hard place. Well, let me ask you this next question, guys. If you knew how to generate your own leads, would you? Okay. Let me ask you this next question. True or false? In order to bring your lead generation in-house, you need to have some type of marketing skill. What do you guys think? True or false? Correct. Correct answer is false. You do not need to know how to market in order to run ads in 2024. Technology has evolved, and I'll prove it to you guys. If I can play this video. There's an ad. Apologies.
Warehouse. I like to show us how you approach this being a terrible media. She has to never use this software. This is the first time reading it all this real bit. Very bit. The sick and your daughter. You had to do your works too. Hold on, you don't keep us. Keep up with something. That's all the works and learn. Good in. They all this fun. All right. And then he just gave up and you got Diddy Burger at the bay. You be finished. Can you hit it? And just buck around. No. I'm tripping. She did it. And then look her. But you know.
And so, guys, I used to have a lead generation company, as you guys heard. As you guys heard, right? You guys heard about me losing $368,000 in a month. And we always used to say, man, if we could just take all the money our clients give us and put it directly into the ads, they would all be millionaires. But we couldn't, right? Because we had all of these overhead expenses that we had to pay for. And so when the housing market took a turn for the worse, I think we went from 50 deals a month to 0. So we're almost going out of business here. And so I thought, this would be a great time to pivot and actually try and pursue that opportunity. And so what I did was I started calling all of my competitors. All of them that would say 12 guaranteed closed deals or your money back, right? You guys have seen those offers online. They're BS. If somebody gives you a guarantee, think about the thought process behind this. If I'm a marketing company, why am I going to guarantee that this person who I don't know is going to close all of these deals, right? Because if not, I have to give them my money back. It doesn't make any sense. So what they do is they put a lot of stipulations in these contracts so that you can't hit them. And so I started calling them, and I said, hey, how many people are hitting these guarantees? I don't know, less than like 1%, if that. I realized they didn't care. They didn't care because there were so many loops that you had to jump through in order to hit that guarantee. And so I realized, there's this guy, who in here knows Alex Hormozy? Who Alex Hormozy is? Okay, so friend of mine. But I always say he kind of ruined marketing. And here's why. He talks about making an offer so ridiculously good people feel stupid saying no. So that's what marketers do. And the problem is they don't worry about how they're going to deliver on that. And so what I wanted to do is I want to do everything the opposite. What do people hate about lead generation companies? And I wanted to do the opposite of that, right? And so I realized, listen, the only way to win is by not diluting your marketing dollars. You need to cut out the middleman, get your leads at wholesale cost, right? And so you have two options in this scenario. You can do it the way I did it. Took me 3 months to learn Facebook ads, about $15,000 in trainings. Or you can do it the easier, cheaper, faster way. And we can do it together. And I have a way for us to do it together. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you Lead Hackers. Okay, the only practical way to buy leads. Save thousands of dollars per year using the same ads and generating the same leads as every lead generation company on the planet. Zero experience required. Okay, so guys, what you get when you sign up with Lead Hackers is our entire library of ready-to-use Facebook ads and Instagram ads that are guaranteed to get you the best possible cost per lead. By the way, we're coming out with Google Ads next month. And so, pretty cool. We have hundreds of ads. The other thing you get, guys, if we're generating our own leads, obviously we're going to need a place to put them, right? Our CRM software will allow you to store and manage all of the leads that you use in an easy-to-use dashboard. You're going to be able to see exactly how much volume you have in your pipeline based off your average home loan value. You're going to be able to upload any existing leads that you have, which is important because we can put them into drip campaigns, right? Text and email campaigns, because our software has automated follow-up built into it. And the follow-up, in a lot of cases, is more important than the actual ad. You're going to be able to communicate with your leads right through your CRM via text and email. And not only that, guys, but every single lead that you generate is going to automatically be contacted within minutes of them filling out a form, ensuring speed to lead at the highest level. Now, what is this worth to you? Well, for Michael Berger, it was worth around $45,000. And that's just so far. He's got the rest of his career to go. Okay, you guys don't understand, getting your leads at wholesale cost means an 80% increase for every dollar that you spend on leads, right? And so guys, I'm sure you can see why we can charge $40,000 for this easily, right? I'm sure you can see why once upon a time, American Financial Network was paying us $30,000 a month for the same system, right? We can knock it down to 20, maybe do $10,000 and do a volume play. But for you guys, because you are here at this conference, you guys can get it for just $297 a month. You can get it for the same price as taking your family out to dinner, okay? This is literally the most affordable option that exists in lead generation. There's nothing cheaper than this. And I made it that way because I wanted to be able to say that, right? People talk about ROI. How do you get an ROI? Well, lead gen companies will tell you they have a special algorithm and proprietary system, right? How about just lowering the upfront cost? If I lower the upfront cost, you close one deal, this should pay for itself for the whole year. At least the next 6 months. That's how you win. If you lower the cost, you expand the time horizon in which people can see success. Now, again, we want to be the opposite of what lead generation companies do. And so there's no contracts, no commitments, and you can cancel anytime. Guys, to be honest, I don't think we need a contract, right? Because I can do basic math. Why buy leads from a lead generation company when I get to use the same ads they're using, generate the same leads they're getting, but I get 80% more bang for my buck forever, right? And guys, here's the cool part. While this limited time offer is available, you guys can actually try this completely free for the first 7 days. In fact, when you do sign up, we will actually walk you through launching your first ad. And so the setup takes about 45 minutes. They're group coaching calls. And by the way, we have 60 group coaching calls a month. That's 3 times a day. Any coaching calls that you could possibly jump into, that guy's probably going to be the guy on the other end of the TV amongst other people. We have mortgage brokers that are coaches. We have real estate agents that are coaches. And so anyways, wanted to let you guys know that it is available for you to try for free. And so I do have some bonuses as well, okay? Our first bonus is our appointment booking funnel. Now guys, what is a funnel exactly? Well, it's a website designed to turn visitors into leads leads into appointments and appointments into customers. Okay, so now instead of generating leads, you're going to be generating full-blown appointments with high-intent customers. Each customer is going to be put through a pre-built survey that extracts critical information such as credit score, income, loan amount, etc., right? And so this would be a bad time to remind you that I did win the ClickFunnels Award for literally building funnels like this. We put about 6 or 7 of them into your software. And so if you don't want to hear it from me, hear it from this guy, Fair Mirza, okay? Investor, philanthropist, entrepreneur. Do you guys remember there was a rapper named Nelly and the Saint Lunatics? Come on, you guys got to remember that, right? They performed at halftime at the Super Bowl. They used to wear these half-home, half-away football jerseys. Fam invented those when he was 14 years old. Okay, since then, he's started several successful businesses. He was one of the early investors in Spotify. Fam says, I own several companies that have generated tens of millions of dollars. When I'm building out my funnel and ad strategy, I call Alex Machuca. You guys get this for free with the software. Now, a simple Google will tell you that funnels will make you 62% more likely to win a high-quality sale. Right? All you got to do is just Google it. Pretty sweet, right? And again, you get 6 or 7 of them. So you could be like this guy getting $9 appointments, right? Now, just to recap, you guys can try this for free. You also get the appointment booking funnel. But we also have another bonus for you guys. This is our calendar of all of our coaching calls. But you guys get essentially 60 coaching calls a month. You get CRM trainings, you get support calls. And the idea here, guys, is to empower you to be able to generate leads yourself. You could literally hop in 3 times a day at any point. The only way that you can't get help is if you're intentionally avoiding us, right? So again, just to recap, you try it for free. You get the appointment booking that will by itself increase your conversions by 62% and live coaching calls. But that's not all you're going to get, guys, because our 4th bonus is our Lead Connector app. Okay, this syncs with your CRM. You're going to be able to communicate with your leads from anywhere in the world. Imagine being able to take a vacation without skipping a beat or having that impede on your business. It is priceless. Okay? Now, again, guys, these 4 bonuses alone, I wanted to make sure are more in value than the price of the actual product. You can try it for free. You get an appointment booking funnel. By the way, guys, if you can generate your own appointments, you can get a job anywhere, right? You just became the most valuable person at your company. Live coaching calls, and again, our Lead Connector app so that you can run your business on the go. It syncs right with your CRM. Now, let's take a look at all of the things that we're giving you and what this would cost you if you wanted to buy these things separately. CRM and pipeline management, $99 a month. Website and funnel, $300 a month. Facebook ad library, $500 a month. Email marketing, $300 a month. Two-way texting, $300 a month. Mobile application, $500 a month. And coaching calls, I just put what I charge normally to speak. Guys, you have 3 options today. You can spend no money, do nothing, right? You can join another company, or you can spend your money on this, right? Guys, here's what I know about doing nothing. When the market took a turn for the worse, 33% of loan officers in the country lost their jobs. I don't even know how many real estate agents lost their jobs. They all did nothing. Aristotle had the greatest quote. He said, do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. It's not really an option for you guys. Spending money on something else. Listen, I don't know about what that other company could give you, right? Or what experience they can give you based on your money, but I do know what we can give you. It's right on your screen. Right? So the reality here is if you leave, you don't invest, you've put all this time in and you have nothing to show for it, and then you try and go somewhere else to find some magical solution, is that likely going to serve you? And the answer is no, right? So you and I have to get serious with each other right now. You've already invested. Doesn't it make sense to continue with a good investment? I'm willing to bet you guys have learned new things today. So now it's time to put the money in a place to really, truly start making a difference. And we can do that at leadhackers.io/starter. You could come visit us in the booth, okay? Now, you just, again, spend a little bit of this, and then you get all of this. And now you have all the resources in place, so no matter where you are, I promise you, it's not where you're going to stay. Okay, we can start that journey right now at leadhackers.io/start. Anyways, really appreciate you guys having me. I love speaking to real estate agents and mortgage brokers. And even if you don't sign up for this, join our Facebook group. We provide a lot of value there. You can see a ton of other people in there, network with them, ask them how it is. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys. We have a booth actually in that room. And so if you do want to meet me and meet Frank, we're more than happy to meet with you guys. I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.